it's been rather busy.
Bhm Murdock is used to being busy. He has many roles. Among them, he's a father, a husband, an author, an entrepreneur, and a civil rights advocate. Here at the Center for Law and Justice in Albany, Murdock is the director. He took on that role last year after the sudden passing of the center's founder, Dr. Alice Green.
I grew up in Albany between Lark Street and Dove, and understand the needs of our community. But I also understand the ugly part where we have the systemic issues that we see.
At the Center for Law and Justice, Murdock says he is committed to continuing the vital work Dr. Alice Green started, making sure her vision of justice and equity persists.
I'm going to try to maintain my who I am in this role, but really continue to utilize the foundation that she set.
Work that isn't always easy, and there's a lot left to be done to make sure people have a platform to advocate for themselves and be seen as an equal.
There are individuals in our community who feel like they aren't heard, or that they can't speak about the issues that they're facing in their communities, especially people of color who feel like the traumas that they are facing are a direct result of government, a direct result of systemic barriers.
Murdock has a passion and a drive for inspiring and helping others. It's something he has been doing for more than 2 decades.
I've been privileged to be in community work for over 20 years. A large part of that I've spent working with youth, supporting youth and recreational and social programming. And then slowly transitioned into community advocacy work.
Using his knowledge and experience working with youth and teens for the majority of his professional career, Murdock published 2 children's books.
The first one is called I Can and I Will, and that's centered around talking about what kids want to be when they get older, because it's important to talk about careers, but it's also important to talk about how you can do multiple things. The second one is called I Am Brave and Bright. It's an affirmation book for kids who are bullied.
I Can and I Will was published in 2020 during the pandemic. I Am Brave and Bright was just published last year, and Murdock says he is working on another children's book.
Every book that I write is really meant to be an inspiration for a young person who might be going through, traumas or difficulties, and they go home and they pick up a book, and I'm hoping that that book will be just enough to get them to be the doctor or the lawyer that they want to be, and also overcome some of the negative obstacles that they might be facing.
Since taking on his leadership role, Murdock says he has spent time reorganizing and realigning programs and services at the Center for Law and Justice.
We know that we can't change everything in the system, but we're going to work our hardest to support and advocate for changes, especially those that affect communities of color.